Hello everyone, my name is Zonic, and today is going to be a different type of video. So, basically, my friend did like his own anime, I think it's like spring, right? Yeah, let me see. It is spring 2024 tier list. So, I want to also like follow his footsteps. Since I would say I'm not prepared for sport to come back yet. Because last video like did honestly really horrible. Well, yeah, it did really bad, which I'm not saying is the main reason, but it was just sucky to see that like my video did really bad. So maybe right now I'll just make a different video instead. Let me save the timestamps. I forgot to like erase it from the other video. But okay, so full warning ahead. This will be like containing all the spoilers for the seasons that I want, or for anime 2024, because I feel like I would be able to express myself more if I had like, what was it called? Or if I was able to just like say, this is what happened, instead of like beating around the bush. Since there's certain like animes that you have to really just be like, this is what happened and this is what happened to say it's good. It's just built like that. Alright, so the first show I wanted to talk about was KonoSuba Season 3. And the reason why, so as you see right here, wait, let me see if you can see my, you know it's gonna be, oh, you could see my cursor. Please tell me if you see my cursor here. If you can, you could finally see the Reno cursor that I talked about in an earlier episode of Sport. But yeah, as you see here, the reason why I got the masterpiece, or I put this show as a 10 out of 10, is because, well, I just think it was. Like, KonoSuba is one of those animes that is more like, it's like an anime cultural anime that, like, I wouldn't recommend it for people who want to watch as the first anime. But like, you gotta understand like the anime strip for a long time to like think it's good or not. And like this season was no exception. Like, just saying, what's it called? KonoSuba. Like, this season was also really good because, so an interesting thing about KonoSuba is that they were like doing like mostly character focused like episode, or was like seasons. Like last season, I'm pretty sure, or it's either the movie. It was like mostly focused on Megumi, but this season is mostly focused on darkness. And then like as half of the like the first half is just them goofing around, them getting like, well, they're doing adventures, but then like the other half of them, they're like the plot actually evolved around darkness, with how she has to go to like back to her hometown because she has to meet up with like her other like princess friend or something that Kazuma, Megumi, and Aqua also get to meet. But then like darkness, later on it's revealed that in the destruction of like the main villain's house or something, he basically had to find darkness a lot of money. So darkness was going to like sell her body basically to pay back that debt. But then Cosmo's like, you know what? Here you go. Here's all my assets for my minds and ideas, to like the store owner of like of the demon place. And he's like, cool. Here's the money you can get to like give darkness where she could reign, not sell her body. And then yeah, that's what he did. Kazuma the goat, he like stormed, or he like snuck into the what's it called? The wedding ceremony, dumped all the money down, and like, here you go, here's all your money. I'm taking back my friend because she's a part of my crew. And and it was really awesome. Like, yeah, it had a lot of good story beats, it had a lot of good comedy too, because KonoSuba is mostly known for the comedy. So yeah, I think this show was a 10 out of 10. Or this season was a 10 out of 10 too. Alright, I want to timestamp everything really quick, just for Let's see if it worked for the timestamp. It did. Okay, nice. So that's the first anime that I want to talk about. So next anime is Mushoku Tensei Jobless, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 Part 2. And usually, like, okay, so Mushoku Tensei is like basically a reincarnation anime. But the interesting thing is that throughout the season, Rudius like feels like, well, he matures a lot since like in the beginning he was just like a pervy, creepy old dude that died, and then like still when he got reincarnated, he was still being pervy and creepy. But then like after a lot of like plot goes on, he starts to develop saying like maybe that being pervy and creepy isn't that cool. So yeah, that was just like the moral of the, what is it called? The show. But okay, so this season, I gave it an 8 or a 9 out of 10 because again, amazing season. Like it's more about following Rudy's journey and like how he has to deal with the struggles. Because in the show, actually, we're introduced to his two sisters. Let me see if I want to see if they, yeah. Well, okay, one of them is here, but yeah. So basically, for both his sisters, there's one that's like the obedient type because she was the daughter of like the maid that Paul screwed, right? And then his other sister, as you can see right here, is the daughter of like his mother, or Luis's mother, right? So when they're introduced into the story, you find out that like this, or his actual like sister, doesn't really like him because of the interaction they had with Paul. Because Paul, okay, I kind of forgot what I should have mentioned. So the reason why they're introduced back to this story again is because Paul like finally finds their mother, right? And it's in a labyrinth, so they have no one to watch the kids. So the best thing to do is like send the kids over to their house, while Sophie right here and Rudius are like getting married and stuff, you know? And then just like getting tidied up. So yeah, but basically Rudius' sister like hates Rudius because of how he treated Paul. Because like she didn't know the context of that. She didn't know how much suffering he had to deal with while he wasn't with his dad. And like, of course, everyone suffered in the series after that big like explosion happened. So like, yeah, of course, like if your like dad lashes out at you, thinking that you've just been playing around, while in reality you've also been trying to find a way to get home because you're under the wrong impression. Of course, like you'd also be mad at him too, because like you don't know he doesn't know what you've been through. So yeah, basically, I think her name's Aisha. Let me see. Oh no, that's the other one. Let me see what her other name is. Since I know it's something else, but oh yeah, Norm. Or yeah, I think it's Norm. Okay, so yeah, Norm, she hates Rudius now. So basically, she doesn't want to live inside the house because that's the house that Rudius lives in. And then like, she basically doesn't listen to Rudius at all. But also, she's like taking that own struggle of being compared to Rudius during school, because during school she's compared to his brother Rudius, or her brother Rudius. She doesn't understand why. Like, she doesn't understand why she thinks everyone likes him. Like, he's a jerk. He lashed out at her father. And then like, of course, why would I like him? So then like she basically gets depression, and like she locks herself up in a room, and then she becomes a NEET. And when Rudius finds out about this, he was like really frustrated. Because like first he thought she was being bullied, because in Rudius's old life he was being bullied to the extreme. Like he would be stripped of his clothes, which is like pretty insane. That kind of stuff. But then after he finds out the reason why she's suffering is because of him, he apologizes because he didn't want that to happen. He wanted her to just live in a normal life, you know? Or like a normal life in the school. So, yeah, dude, I find it funny that I've just been talking about, like, her. Because, like, in the next arc, basically, Paul, like, asked for backup, right? And then Rudy's is, like, so conflicted because now we see that Sylphie, she has a baby. Let me go back to the main. Yeah, she has a baby now, or she's having a baby. So, like, does Rudius go back to his, what's it called? Or does he go to his father to save his mother, right? Or does he stay here and, what's it called? Go, or, like, be there for Sylphie while she's, like, being in birth. And, the thing is that he does decide to go and help Paul find his mother. And dude, I feel like, so while he goes like finding his mother, he finds his teacher Roxy again, and then he saves her from dying in the labyrinth because she was also stuck in a labyrinth. Because the labyrinth that they're in is a portal labyrinth, so they don't really know a lot about portals, so if they just continue going one way or another, they just die. So yeah, basically, they find their mother now, right? And dude, they're able to save their mother, but they aren't able to save everyone. Paul dies, like really sad, by the way, if I haven't said it. And like, dude, just saying, the way that they introduce. Let me see how long I've been talking about this. I think I've been talking about this so long, Jesus Christ. So yeah, like, dude, they put the episode out where he dies, on Father's Day, which was insane, dude. Like, doing that is honestly such an insane move. Okay, but then, like, okay, so basically, they go back home, and then Rudius, like the, loves Roxy. Well, Roxy loves him, but she's backing off because he's married, you know. But, so this is like the one thing I really didn't like about the show. So it just felt weird that, what's it called? Rudius was like, yeah, I'm going to marry you. Like, I'm loyal, but I'm going to marry you too, because I love you. It just rubbed me off the wrong way. So, usually, like, with 10 out of 10 shows, they have to be like, yes, this is what, like, nothing bothered me, this is honestly really good. I would recommend it, and, like, honestly, that's it. It's just peak. With this one, again, that one aspect bothered me. It didn't bother me a lot, because it was, I feel like, later half of the season. So, like, I'm not saying, like, this is the worst show ever, because it did this and that and that. But yeah, that's why I gave it an 9 out of 10. And Jesus Christ, I have been talking about Mushoku Tensei for like at least 7 minutes, but let's go to the next show. Slime Isekai. So, Slime Isekai, season 3 right now. I gave it a, dude, I hate these ads. Why are these ads here? But, do you guys see these stupid ads? No, right now, let me fix that. I hate these stupid ads. I'm not going to have you guys watch these stupid ads. Holy moly, the amount of stupid ads there are in this. Out of here. Please tell me that word. Let's go, it did. No more horny business here. Okay, so Slime Isekai Season 2, or that time I got reincarnated into a slime, or as a slime Season 2. I gave the show an 8 out of 10. So right now, it's in the, like, the later half now, but in the beginning, I didn't really like the show. Like, again, like, it just honestly felt like talking about strategizing about how they're going to be Hinata, because she's, like, the strongest hero, and like, because of how some miscommunications happen, and then yada yada yada. And then, like, they basically, like, it was just, like, there for the most part in, like, the earlier episodes. But the Hinata boss fight was honestly really good. And then now they're doing their they're doing like their party arc where Rudius is like trying to host a party where you could show that like monsters aren't that bad because like here's all the accommodations we could do. And as recording this, episode 14 just dropped like yesterday. So yeah, there isn't really much that I can be like, yeah, this show sucks. It's still like developing, you know, right? Like it's not. I can't really say more about a show that's been halfway because like one part was sort of boring besides the boss fight or besides like the fights, you know. This part or this second arc, it seems really interesting though. So I can't really be like, I hate the show without making it like without actually watching it. Damn, I can't. It's funny that I like flashed for this. And looks like this. Alright, it looks like this show. Okay, My Hero Academia. Out, get me out of this. Be gone, I hate you, Be gone, Admiral, be gone. Honest to God, be gone, be gone. Okay, please tell me that. Get out of here. Okay, so My Hero Academia Season 7. And I gave the show a 6 out of 10 right now. Because I'm not like impressed or anything. I'd say it's a good watch. Even though it's just mostly fighting. Like, I feel like the difference between like something like Jujutsu Kaisen where it's all fighting and like My Hero where it's basically all fighting too. It's just like Jujutsu Kaisen was hype. Like, sorry, I was yawning. I'm like recording this at 5, but so yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen was honestly really hype. Like we had a lot of good fight scenes. My Hero, I guess it's still cooking. You know, we're only on episode 9. Wow. Like what? Yeah, it's still like still has time to cook. So right now, my judgment is 6 out of 10. But that could change in the future because My Hero right now it is going somewhere. All right, let's go to more shows. Thank God. Okay, this is finally a show that has finished too. Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again. I gave the show a 7 out of 10. Oh wait, okay, I forgot to timestamp. Okay, I gave the show a 7 out of 10. So the reason why I gave the show about 7 out of 10 was basically, well, the plot tells itself in the title. They find a magic apple and they turn young, and then like the good thing about the show is that they're not young forever. They're able to change back into their old forms. But like the thing is that they're not young forever. So they still have a limited time left to be together and like to see their kids grow, you know, which is really good. Like I felt like this show was more of a happy, like a good show, like a feels happy show. Like you're not going to look there for the plot. There isn't really much. The grandpa and the grandma basically just do their normal activities, but as you're being young again, and like interacting with their family, being young again, because like in this show, when they're like really old, they're like basically just they can't do a lot with the family anymore. Like they're basically on death's doors. But when they're young again now, they're like all excited. They're all like alive now, and like it's really good to see. So yeah, I think this show is good. You aren't like, if you want to watch a show that makes you feel happy, go watch this show. And this show is the main reason why I couldn't really decide whether or not to do a tier list or just talk about it. Because like, how would I talk about the show? Like, do I like it? No, well, I'd say yes. Is it good? I'd probably put the show in like a high B tier, or maybe a B plus or B minus tier. Cause like it's good, but it's nothing special, or it's a feel good anime. You're not supposed to be thinking over much about it. All right, Jellyfish can swim at night. Dude, this show was honestly super amazing. Like a lot of the episodes besides 2 were honestly really amazing. Being like showing it off how again, like in the beginning you had 2 of your main crew, And then throughout the story, they like it's the other two, and like the whole entire cast just goes well with each other, and that's what I love about it. The only reason why I gave this show an 8 out of 10 though is that there's these 2 episodes that sort of suck for the most part. So I'll talk about them now though. So the 2 episodes when you had Kiwi and Mei be the main cast, because in this the episode before that is basically when Kanon and Mahiru basically have that big breakup because Mahiru accepts a job from her mother while Kanon thinks that like she's betraying her, and Mahiru owes her because I'm her only, and like she's her only fan, basically just lashing out at her. And then Mahiru's like, okay, fine, Jelly is going to be on hiatus because I want to improve my art too. So yeah, like basically then, you had Kiwi and Mei in the middle half, like they were stuck between the argument. So then, like following Mei around was okay. Kiwi wasn't also really in the set yet. But okay, so yeah, that episode may have not been the best though. But like the next episode where it was more like Kiwi focused stuff was honestly really good. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of good episodes. Well, I should also talk about the other episode you really like. The other episode that I didn't really like was the final episode. As a lot of people like talk about it, I would also like agree with it. It was sort of like rushed. Like, I feel like after Mahiri, or not Mahiru, Kanon sings like her new her new song that she worked with the other Jelly members, it sort of just like quick pasted itself like, oh yeah, like what do you want to do when you grow up? And because like now they're all like lovey-dovey again, and, like everything's like, yeah, friendship again. Which it was like okay for the most part. So yeah, that's why I gave it an 8 out of 10. Like it was like the highs were really high, but the 2 episodes were they're not the lowest of the lows, but they're like So yeah, honestly would recommend this. Like even if I didn't really like the ending or not, but I would recommend this. Next anime. Timestamp this. Bartender Glass of God, or Glass of God. So apparently this show was a reboot from a different series. I haven't watched the other series, so I can't really say much about it. I want to talk about the goods about the show. Like, the goods about the show is that, like, when I was watching it, I just felt like really invested. Like, even though I'm not allowed to drink alcohol yet in my country, I'm not over 21. Like, I just like felt like I related. Like, it was beautiful seeing how this guy like makes all his all the cocktails and like the alcohol for his customers, because the show's about like the main character, like what's his name? Well, like Ryu, being like he basically makes like drinks for his customers, like, and specializes them of the way they're feeling. Like if they're feeling sad, he'll do this, but if they're feeling like angsty, he'll do this. I'm like, yeah, that was the good part. Good parts for sure. And I think the bad part is that you don't really get to see like his what's it called? His own backstory that much, since this show the best way to compare this show is to like another show. It's called The Gene of AI, where the whole entire show was more focused on him showing, or the show was more focused on them showing the patients and their problems, and not really writing like the 2 main characters too. So like by the end of the show, I didn't really care about the characters, because like they just didn't really do anything with them. And this show, I'm not saying it's no different, but like I wish we got to learn about him more later or earlier on, because he was just like, again, he was the kindest guy, and like the reason why he didn't want to go to the bar that they were suggesting was because he felt like he killed someone because he didn't serve them the right glass. And then it was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know. I feel like if you want to, this will be another feels good. Was the plot really that important? Not really. I'd say it was good for what it had to offer. Okay. Timestamp. Ooh, Whisper Me, a love song. Ooh, what an interesting anime. So, yeah, this one hasn't finished airing yet, but I'll also talk about what I thought about it. Okay, Whisper Me into a love song. It's a Yuri anime. And if you know me, I love Yuri. I crave it a lot. I love it. So in the beginning episodes, I was basically blinded by the Yuri. Like, they were more focusing on the Yuri, and I loved it. I was like, thank you for focusing more on the Yuri. And then, like, after, like, a certain rival group, let me see. Do they have it? Yes, they do. Oh my god, they do. So after the certain rival group, which would be like Shiho, Monako, and Hajime comes in, it sort of like turns a dip into the bad territory, because so in the newest episodes, Shiho basically takes Hamari captured. So like, okay, we'll give you our rematch, and I'll tell you why I left the group. But we get to have Himari with me because I hate you, I hate you. Because Shiho's whole entire character is to be a prick to Aki, and the thing I hate is that now we're focusing more on like Shiho's character, and like she basically the reason why she started a band again was because her rival basically died, and then she's like, damn, you took everything from me. I had everything and you took everything from me. So if you want to still see me in a band, join my band. And that's what Monako and Hajime do. Dude, the one thing that I found interesting is that the dead friend of Shiho's was actually Momoko's girlfriend. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. So yeah, basically they join a band now. But like, I don't know, like Shiho was talking about how she didn't want to be selfish. But like, she acts incredibly selfish towards Aki. And like, the thing is, because she was in love with Aki, and like, why? I hate that. Like, yeah, she was in love with Aki, but like, dude, that doesn't mean you have to be a prick towards her. Like, yeah, that was your first love. Get over it. And now, like, she's threatening Aki to like be like, you know, if you lose, I'll just tell Yuri you love her, because I don't know why. It's just she's such an horror. It's either she's gay or transphobic. That's the thing I have to say. It's either she's gay or transphobic. Oh yeah, I also didn't really talk about like the other issues, because like I think the first 6 episodes or maybe like 8 episodes was like they basically had a major like a quality issue, and the reason was because basically the production, not the production team, but the people handling production team were super awful. And like they basically didn't know where to give the production team money and stuff like that. So basically you would have like these artists do the show, right? They wouldn't get paid a lot, and then they would drop the show, then they would quickly give more artists the show, and then basically like the range of quality was sort of mixed in there. Like the scenes that really did matter, but the scenes that really didn't matter, or it just felt really ugly. Yeah, but I think that's why I gave the show a 4 out of 10. I hope the show becomes more good, but it probably won't, because Shiho is the most irritating character in the show that I generally did hate. And like the thing is that like I don't really put shows in like the bad, like the 1 or 2 tier, but like the thing is that you have to make me hate like a show so much like the two shows that I put in my one tier is that Kazuna Eye anime, because at that time I was a big fan of VTubers, and it just sort of felt soulless, because like that wasn't what VTubing was about. You just made it like a high school anime, but you added VTubing in it. And also Raduku's Bad Pro, which I gotta make a video about that show, because it's honestly one of the most horrible shows I've seen in like my time watching anime. But I won't talk about it here. But yeah, that's why I gave Western Me Into a Love Song a 4 out of 10, because I wish it sort of just focused on the Yuri a lot. The drama, there's no drama. It's just people being selfish and not being true to themselves. Because she liked her. I don't really like. That's how I feel about the show. Okay, now we're going into another amazing show. Girls Band Cry. 10 out of 10 show. So, the one problem about it, it's not the show's problem. It's about the directions problem. You can't really watch it in illegally. So like if you want to watch it on like Crunchyroll or like Aniplex or whatever, you can't. It's literally not licensed anywhere. But okay, that's the one main issue. It didn't like affect me, but if people who really want to watch it legally, it's going to affect them. Okay, so if you want to watch, so basically the show is a 10 out of 10. Like all the characters, this is the way how you're supposed to do a drama. It's like really good. Like you have Nina. Like, dude, the thing is that I remember all their names. I not really, but you have Nina, and she runs away from home because she has a problem with her family, right? And then you have Momoko. Yeah, that's Nina, that's Momoko, that's Subaru. And then you have Rupa and Tomo. So yeah, basically, in the beginning of the episode, Momoko recruits Nina to join her band. And then, like, you have Subaru next, because all of them are like facing their own problems. Nina wants to, or hates her parents because she doesn't feel connected towards her. Momoko is frustrated with her band because they want to go pro, but that means sacrificing all their dignity and just becoming like idols or something. Subaru wants to tell her grandma that she doesn't want to be acting, and she wants to be in a band because that's what she really does like. Rupa and Tomo, we haven't really explored more of them yet, but they're still a good addition to the cast. Like again, the drama, the characters, the story, the music too. Like this is a band anime, so the music has to be good. And just saying, this music honestly really good. They like knocked down the beats so hard. Like even with like the character, or even with like the shows, like not really focus episode, it was so funny to see all the characters interact. Honestly, if you want to watch the show, honestly would recommend the show. The show is honestly really good. I could ramble on, but at the same time, like the best way to describe it, it's just honestly amazing. Go watch the show. Plus, people are usually put off like CGI, or like basically a 3D anime, but dude, the 3D anime in the show like does so much good. Like they make it to their advantage. They make the show all expressive. They make the show all like it's honestly really good. Like I would compare this to like Bang Dream is My Go, not in the same tone, but just like how good it is. Like Bang Dream My Go, amazing series. Honestly, would recommend it because like plus, let me just go on a little rant about My Go. My Go is like a soft reboot of the franchise. Like it's a different tone. It's a different like different characters, different tones, and like the good thing about it is that you don't even have to know all the characters from like the other Bang Dream shows. That's certainly what I didn't know. My friend was like, "Oh hey, let's go watch Bang Dream My Go." I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And like, dude, I don't regret it. Like, because again, like it was very like first watcher friendly, and that's what I didn't expect. Oh, honestly, I was really surprised after knowing that. Like, oh yeah, these characters are from different shows, or like from the past shows. So, but like you don't need to know that. Like, you're not going to know that. So like they're only like cameos. They're not like plot relevant or anything. But yeah, basically go watch my Girls Band Crying It's My Go if you want to watch two amazing band animes. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Girls Band Dream, or not Girls Band Dream, Girls Band Cry. Again, amazing anime, amazing music, amazing characters, amazing story. Everything about it was amazing. I never hated one episode at all. Oh, you know what? Okay, there's one. The best way to describe this show is that this show will make you hate their characters so much, but then at the end of the episode, they'll make you love their characters so much too. Like you'll forget the reason why you hate them, because just then about how, what was it called? About how they just resolved the conflict they had that episode, and that's why I think it was pretty good. Alright, now let's go to another mid show that I didn't really like. Blue Archive the Animation. Let's see how long I've been going from this really. 36 minutes. Damn. Alright. Blue Archive the Animation though. I gave the show a 4 out of 10 because basically it was boring. And like I can't really talk, I don't really know why it's boring. Well, it's probably because they don't really introduce any of the characters. They're like, here's your characters, go like them, and then they get to do like they get to do gunfights, and they get to be like all high school girls and stuff. So the best way to describe the show is that the people who played Blue Archive love it. The people who haven't really, like, I've never played it. I'm going as a new viewer. It was boring. They don't really understand it. Like, let me go to some of the reviews, because these basically, if you know the story from the, or if you played the game, this is fan service. If you haven't played the game, it's okay, or if it's just bad. Yeah, so it's basically what, like, all the bad reviews or the people talking badly about the show, they're valid. Like I feel like, yeah, look, let me read this. The carrot, the OP and ED, yeah, they're good. The Sayus, they're good. The designs are also good. The animation in general is also really good. The writing though, honestly awful. There's no writing in it. Again, it just feels like there is a plot, but like it rarely gets brought up. And then like they want me to, what is it called? Like care about these characters, but I just don't. So yeah, that's why I think Blue Archive is sort of bad. Like even like, okay, the funny thing is that I think we were on like episode 9. Like I watched this with a friend, right? We were on episode 9. We just couldn't even decide to watch together episode 10, 11, and 12 because of how mid the show was. So then like he dropped it, I watched it because I never want to finish the show on watch. And again, yeah, it's so bad. They just don't care. They just don't really want you to care about the characters, which I didn't, because again, they never introduced them. They just oh yeah, hey guys, like here's your characters. Yeah, but that's the main reason why I just didn't like the show. It was boring. Alright, let's go on to a better show though. Or yeah, better show than Blue Archive. The Many Sides of Voice Acting. I gave the show a 6 out of 10. Like again, like I don't know. Like I probably wasn't my main. I probably wasn't the main target audience. Again, the show's another Yuri anime, which was pretty cool. But there wasn't really that much Yuri. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but just saying. I don't know. Like the characters were pretty fun. I feel like the best way to describe it is that everything was fine. The story was fine. Like there isn't really that much story beats. Just like two girls wanting to compete with each other, and like how the voice acting is, and like how complex it is. Like, and then the character is fine, the story is fine. I do find it funny because like, again, this is like the second show that's talking about the industry, and it's way different from the first show, which would be in Oshinoko. how they're talking about the industry. So yeah, I can't really say much about it since there really isn't much there. Like the characters are okay, the story is okay, the ED and the opening are okay too. The animations are also okay. So yeah, I gave it a fine. Like would I recommend this? I guess if you're like some hardcore fan of like these Saiyus, which I don't know if anyone is, then yeah. But for now, it was okay. Now we're almost done with this season. I guess I also have to talk about Nijiyon Animation too. Okay, you can't really take the show serious. It's literally about like some comics being adapted into an animation style. So again, I'm not being like it's just peak left eye, because it isn't. I thought it was funny sometimes. It was cute. Dude, also just saying though, so they had so if you guys don't know, they're going to have the Bocchi the Rock artist, or I think they're like the character design or something. Basically, they're the what made Bocchi the Rock all stylized. You know, they made it I think his name is like Ketoro, and like he made that he's the one that made the show all like silly, all like he was the one that made the show have that art style, and he's also going to be the one that makes what's it called? Not he's also going to be the one that makes the Nichi Kasaki movie, and like the looking at the trailer, it's okay. It's different than all the other Niji Kasaki styles, but I say it's alright from what I got. But dude, just saying. So, I learned that he was a key artist, or like a key animator in the series. And basically, I think what a key animator is that they're only there for that specific frame. Or that specific part of the anime. And like, just saying, there's like a bunch of episodes where like you could like see the Bocchi the Rock art style in there, and I wish that it was like transferred into the movie. To be honest, I think the movie will still be good, but just saying, the animation in this was like because at first I thought it was like a good playing ground into like, okay guys, we'll show you what we have in the movie or in the anime first, and then you could we'll transfer that into the movie, but they probably aren't. But yeah, I thought it was okay. Again, this show is more like a short show. It's really like a minute long for each episode. You can't like take the show seriously. Alright, last show that I got up. Delicious in Dungeon. It did finish this season too. Like it was airing in like I think in the spring? No, winter 2024. But it finished this season. Alright, Delicious in Dungeon. I'd say it was a really good show. It was 24 episodes long, so it had more time to develop. But again, the main crew, Tenchi, you have Lyos, you have Marcel, and then you have Kibitaku. Again, they were pretty fun to show around. The plot was honestly really good too. Like, again, this show was honestly really good. Again, yeah, it's Studio Trigger animating it, so of course it would be pretty banging too. But yeah, like, I had a really fun time watching this show. And that is what you need to have for watching a show. Like, you have to have a fun time. Because sometimes the plot relevance is plot relevant. But just saying, the show was just really fun at sometimes. And that's why I gave it an 8 out of 10. There isn't really much. Would I recommend it? If you really love the fantasy style, and like if you love cooking too, go watch it. It's honestly such an amazing way to see how like they decide or they think of ways to cook these monsters. And I think that is it. Like, damn, I can't believe I watched all those shows. And yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to do Pokemon Sports. I want to at least finish that one arc, or that one gym, like those 2 gyms before I don't know. I just felt really demotivated about like having 4 views, and it's like, I thought it was a cool episode. Like that's been my lowest view count since what? I think the first episode? But yeah, it's no biggie. I'll probably do it sooner or later. Probably not today, I don't know when. But yeah, that's what I thought about spring 2024. Now let me actually see if it's spring. Yeah. Maybe it is spring 2024. But yeah, would I call this season any good compared to last? The last season we had a bunch of bangers too. Again, there's like some big highs, like Girls Band Cry, Mushoku Tensei. No, I guess I wouldn't really say it's that good. Like, okay, like, let me see. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. So let me see the seasonal anime. Let me see spring. Because I also still haven't seen Demon Slayer yet. I don't know why. I guess it was just because it was not really good. But yeah, like I don't know. I guess there was like a lot of finds while winter 2020 had a lot of peak bangers. Like, what is it called? Classroom of the Elite. Mashal, that they made actually good, because like my main problem with Mashal is that it was sort of like, it was more jokey. The Dangers in My Heart season 2. Yeah, basically, winter was pretty peak. They had so many good shows. Russian Romantic Bros, peak. Ew. Yeah, but that is the best way I could describe it. The spring 2020 was pretty okay. Besides Girls Band Cry. Girls Band Cry was like the peak of season 2024. If you want to watch Girls Band Cry, I would suggest it so heavily. I don't know if this format will stay the same though, because like, again, the only reason why I didn't really know how to rank them in like an anime format is because it was like, again, there's just some shows I feel like it would be more better in talking of than just being like, yeah, this show is B+ or B- because I thought it was good, but it wasn't really good. Okay, but yeah, so that was my thoughts, and alright, let's do the outro now. So thank you for listening to me ramble for 47 minutes, by the way. So if you guys like this content, I probably won't be doing a lot of anime content a lot, like maybe just occasional, why is this character or why is this series so peak? And then maybe like the what I'll be watching or what I want or what I watched. Because for summer 2024, like, I don't know, I feel like I wish there was more YouTubers that talked about this season, since like, again, it would help like other viewers watching or wanting to watch more seasons be more interested. But yeah, like I don't really know that much shows I'm watching. I just like scrolled through it, like saying, oh, this show looks good, this show's so good, this show looks good too. And that's what I'm mostly, besides like some seasons like what, Ocean of Cold season 2, pretty peak. But yeah, that's mostly what I'll be doing. I don't know when I'm going to do the extra sport video. I'll probably have to work on that too. But yeah, in the meanwhile, I'll see you guys later, so bye bye.